I hunted for a while with 60. So I hunted for a long time with 70. And then at some point I was like, 60 feels pretty comfortable. And I think it'd probably be lethal on an elk. And it turned out to be. And then at some point I was like, the improvements and just like the way they drew, it didn't feel like quite as much, you know, to draw 70. So I went back to 70. I've never made the jump to 75 or 80 though. But I have been considering lately. So that's funny that you said that. Lately, I have been looking at the wall of mods in that room and kind of eyeballing the 75 pounder and thinking, maybe I give it a rip.
Yeah. I will say I put 80s on for like 5 seconds.
Oh, you did?
And I took them off and it was just too
much.
Too much. I didn't want to shoot that over and over again.
Lorenzo's bow has got 80 pound mods on it. And I remember when he ordered it and got it in and we went to tuning it. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like draw this thing and shoot it too many times through paper to like get this thing tuned out and work with him on it. But I was actually really surprised how easy it was to draw 80. Yeah. I was kind of surprised. And for a split second, I was like, maybe I could do 80. But then I thought, as many arrows as I shoot, I don't know that 80 is going to be conducive to my shoulder over the years. Yeah.
Even 75 too. I mean, if you want to shoot a ton of arrows, like I go back there now and I don't have any tags left this year. So I'm just shooting paper and I'm shooting 75 pounds and I'm like, I should bump this down. Yeah.
You shoot 30 arrows at paper. Yeah. Yeah. And you're trying to stay in your peep and pin on the dot and execute a shot. It can be a little much. Yeah. People, I mean, can you tell if people are overbowed?
Yeah, a lot of people do the point to the sky and
sky draw.
Just pull as hard as they can. Yeah.
With 70.
Yeah, right.
I will say, I think that's a myth. Yeah. Like, I think I will pretty adamantly say there's been some guys in our space for a few years that are like, and maybe there's sound advice. They're probably better shooters than me, but it's okay. I'm going to call them out. Right. Yeah. But, put the pin on the target, draw the bow, right? Like draw it level, which I think sure makes sense for a hunting situation, but I actually think you get better alignment with like a little bit of up tilt in your bow.
Yeah, bringing the bow up a little. Yeah. I think this being more exaggerated, like you can tell when they're struggling to get it back if they're like halfway in there.
Does it hurt their pride if you're like, hey?
Yeah, you got to tread lightly on a lot of the stuff. You're like, hey, maybe try 65s for now and work your way up.
Grow into a 70 or a 75. That's one nice thing about these bows. Do you like this about the Arc? Or the switchback? Or not the switchback, but the lift. Yeah, the switch weight mods.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so adjustable for people. Like you don't have to swap out limbs for pounds, which is cool.
When's the last time you turned limb bolts out on a bow?
It's a good question.
I haven't done it since they've gone to the switch weight mods.
On my personal bow, I don't. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's really handy, to be honest. Like originally when they first came out with it, I thought, more parts to get, Yeah. But I think the logic in it makes sense, and it is really nice to just be able to swap out the mods. Yeah. And then, it feels relatively the same, and, you can switch your draw weight by doing that and leave your limb cups completely turned in, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. And more shooters can fit into the bow too. So if you got like a younger kid that wants to upgrade to something higher end, and he can kind of grow with it too. So that's nice. Nice having the adjustability.
Yeah, the bows that I've had over the years, I've given a few of them away to my brothers, and that's always been really handy because like I can just switch out the mods to their draw length and their draw weight. I mean, I was shooting 70. One of my brothers wanted to go to like 55 or 60 just to get started. He's a shorter guy with shorter draw length than mine, so that was really super handy. So the Arc's got the switch weight X mods. It does have a new cam, which has got this perimeter weighted cam, which is kind of something that they had back in the day. It looks like they've gone back to it. You haven't actually shot these bows yet, have you?
I haven't.
I'll be interested to hear like what your take is on them when you get them. Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, I think it holds really, really well. And I don't know if it's just the combination of the riser, like being stiffer. It's obviously got the wider portion at the top of it. The axle to axle's longer, obviously, so 34 inches versus 33 from last year. To me, it feels just like a little bit more stable.
Yeah. Do you think when I watched a video this morning of Mark talking about the bows, and he was talking about like the pass parallel on the limbs, where they ease that up a little more, so it's more parallel. Just holding wise with those. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched that yet. Yeah. I'll have to watch it, but mostly everything that I will say is just from like feel, like setting it up and shooting it in comparison. I've got my Lift X actually in the truck. I just take it as a backup bow. When I first got it, I would say for like the first 2 or 3 days, I was just going back and forth between it and my Lift X because I was getting ready to leave on an elk hunt, and I'm like, if I can't feel really confident, like in the new platform, like I'm just going to take my Lift X. And going back and forth between the two and just kind of fill them out. And I shot the Lift X really well. Like I love that bow, but to me, it does feel like it's just a little bit more stable. It just feels like it's a little bit easier to get the pin in the middle and keep it parked there versus the Lift X. So I do think it's stable. And I don't know if it's just like a combination of the axle to axle, maybe the limb geometry, kind of the way that sits, combination of both, I would assume, but it does aim really, really nice. We did some testing. So one of the things I was really surprised about is usually a longer axle bow, you lose some foot per second, right? It seems like historically. I was like really pleasantly surprised to see how quick it was. Yeah.
That's what I'm excited to get my hands on and chrono a few arrows.
Yeah, I will be too. So I've only chronoed. So the arrows that I've got, I'm going elk hunting with, those are 491 grains. It's a 250 spine, gold tip platinum pierce, 75 grains up front in the insert, 100 grain field tip or broadhead. My draw length on this, we kind of measured it out. I think I'm like 30 1/4, I want to say. And draw weight, I'm like 70.4 pounds. So pretty much right at 70. And it's spitting that 490 grain arrow out at about 286.
Yeah.
Which is pretty damn
pretty good.
Fast. I feel like it's pretty quick for almost a 500 grain arrow.
Yeah. I struggle I have a shorter draw length, but I shoot usually around 450 for arrow weight. But with 75 pound mods, I usually fall in the high 280s.
Okay. So that's kind of what I was kind of aim for, right?
And that's with a shorter bow too. So yeah, that's really good out of the.
Yeah. For 34. A bow that's that long, that stable, I think it's a 6.5 inch brace height to be spitting a 490 grain arrow out at 286. I feel like really good about.
Yeah.